Hello everyone, this is your favorite Uncle Bob back to another video, and today we're finally going to be slapping these two together and forming us the Haslab Omega Prime. So before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below which the video. What else you'd like to see in a video? So I did realize that I didn't really show Prime with his brother in Prime base mode. So yeah, they look really, really good together. The size contrast is just great. Still, Magnus is like 90% leg, so yeah. But anyways, let's go ahead and start ripping him apart so he can wear him. When you put it that way, it just sounds so weird. Why are we in this hobby? But anyways, let's go ahead and set Prime off to the side for right now, and let's focus on Magnus. So what you want to start off by doing is, let's start with the arms. So you want to start off with, back here, get this panel slightly undone, so that way you can get the one with the wheels out. So do that, then you can work on this front panel, flip that down, and just kind of open this all the way up, so that way you can pull this off. And we're going to set that off to the side for right now. Do the same thing for this side, so get this undone just a little bit, so that way this one can get free, this one gets free, the back one gets free, and there we go. Set that off to the side. Then we're going to 07 jazz him and just rip him in half. Place that in the background for right now so we can focus on the legs. Going to just lower down a little bit. Alright, so split the legs. And want to go ahead and put this thing up at its 90-degree mark on that nice ratchet. Flip this down. Then just kind of get this piece out of the way, undo all of these panels right here, and just kind of collapse them up. Oop, nope. Get them around that way. Then just get this piece out of the way as well. Flip this up at a 90-degree angle. Then take the foot, and you want to extend it. Extend it. Untab it, bring it down, and there are two nubs on the back that'll go into those two ports, which I don't know the longevity of those nubs, honestly. I kind of wish that they just did, I don't know, something else besides that. So, there we go, get that tapped in. Alright, so that is extended. Next, you want to come to this piece right here, and you'll have a port going into the peg hole, and they don't really give you any place to get your finger in, unless it's just like right back here, and that's just kind of ridiculous. So we'll get that untabbed and get this retabbed into place. And more or less, this is your foot. So not too shabby. So just have it flop over on the side for right now. So do the same thing for this side. Get this all oriented. So rotate this around, collapse it all up. Rotate this to a 90-degree angle and flip it down, and this will also have its own tab slots. Get that, there we go. Extend the foot, bring this whole piece up, while also flipping this piece out, and then get this untabbed, bring it down onto tab into those nubs. Get this tapped in, there we go. Then get something to push this through, and on my copy, this one is very tight. Like going down, past this point is scary. I am tempted to pop out this pin, do some sanding on that, just so I don't break it. So, but get this tab down. Whew, I don't like that at all. And there we go. There is the other foot done. So we're almost done, folks, on this. So for Magnus, you want to go ahead and just rotate these up. Take his chest and bring it down. Take the wing pack and flip it up and around. Something like this. Take the head, rotate it 180. Get this flipped up and in. And then just kind of have this fold right around his head the best you can. Can take a little bit of finagling. It's because you got to get this port where blue bolts connects right through. And there you go. And just give this a good old push right up here so it is flat. And so this is more or less good to go. So for the arms, just get these rotated down. We will sort those out in a little bit. So get this flipped back. Get this piece flipped down. Flip this down. Then you want to untab these. Untab these. There we go. Nope, stay. Then just kind of flip, get this panel up and back, which will house the head. And then you want to flip up his ears, and they have a natural stopping point thanks to the molding and everything, so don't force it. Ow. Scratch myself on that. So go ahead and rotate these up, and they are on their own little pegs, so don't worry about if they pop off. You're fine. So do the same thing for this side. So get that out. Then come to these doors and untab, flip them around, and they will tab into the chest plates. Like this side does not like to do it very well. So get that untabbed, rotate around and up, get that in, and yeah, that side is just going to constantly flop out. So get this rotated up as high as it will go, so that way you can flip this out, flip around his shoulder pad guard thing, blob, flip that around, and finally just take the old chest plate, flip that up, and more or less you're ready for that. So get that down there. So we will bring in Prime. So you want to go ahead and pull out his shoulders, flip down these panels, get these flipped down, get those flipped down. Go ahead and open up the backpack to flip it around his head. Make sure it is slid all the way back, which again, I don't know why it slides. I think it looks fine when it's not slid. But flip that back, push that up, rotate down the sirens. Go ahead and extend his waist just enough so that way you can get this piece in. So flip this back, undo this, get that tapped in, get this tapped in. I kind of wish it was a little bit more secure, but yeah. Okay. Tap that in. Nope. Stay down. And then finally, flip in his heel spurs, and you are good to go. So we are going to start with the feet. Now, these feet, got here, are like stupid secure. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 connection point to Prime and between Prime and Magnus alone. Yeah, these are not going anywhere, and if they do, then yours was flawed to begin with. So, but kind of get the foot tabbed in just like you would for his super mode or battle mode, whatever you want to call it. So get this tapped in. There we go. And then, ooh. All right, so this peg will go into that port right there. This port, that peg. So, and also the calf and peg as well. So get that tapped in, get that tapped in. Go ahead and get that in. Force-ish this one in. There we go. Then rotate this around and tab this in. And flip this up and tab this in. And like I said, that is one solid foot. It ain't going anywhere. So, do the same thing for this side. And this is going to be a little bit trickier because I already have one foot attached with a camera in front of me. So, get this. Let's see. Come on. You know you want to. There we go. Get that tabbed in. Get the calf tabbed in. Straighten out that leg so I can get him standing. Then get these lined up, line that up, get this in as well. Come on, there we go. Then tab that in, tab, get that down, tab that in. Come on. There we go. And now he has some new booties. And yeah, I like this so much more than the original. So get this. Oh, nope, that's one click too many. So, all right, so I'm going to raise up the camera just a little bit. I say that. He's going to get a lot taller. All right. So to know which side the hand goes on, you want to look for the Autobot symbol. So this is always going to be on top of the forearm and also the wheels. So for the rest of this, you want to go ahead and pull his hand up, and let's see, this will be rotated around. So get the thumb plugged into his hand, and on my bad, you don't want to flip it up. Get that plugged in, then just kind of wrap his hand around Prime's hand. So now they're holding hands, sort of. Flip that up, get this, get that, tab that in, then come back here and get that panel in. Then there is one arm all done. So do the same thing for this side. Now if you want to, you can just go ahead and have the wheels plugged in, get the hand rotated around, rotate that around, get the thumb open so that way you can just go ahead and drop it in, plug that up. Then you want to flip up this panel, flip up that panel, get this tapped in, then flip up the back panel, and there is all of that. All right, so we're at the home stretch, guys. So for Prime, or to get Magnus connected to Prime, you just got those two ports going into these two pegs on the top, and I need to raise up yet again. Okay. Oh, nope, there we go. All right. You also want to flip up this back panel too. So, nope, you are supposed to stay tabbed in. There we go. All right, this part can be a little bit finagly, annoyingly. Come on, you know you want to. Okay. Oh, I'm not on camera, my bad. All right, so there's that. This will connect to his back. There we go. Then just fold this piece down. Now, don't fold the chest plate down at the back hinge. You want to fold it at the top hinge right here. So fold this down on that double hinge. Get that tapped in. There we go. Tap that down. Then just flip these down. Flip those down. And there we go. There we have Haslab Omega Prime all combined up, and this thing is amazing. I love it. It is phenomenal. Just chef's kiss. If only the QC was not like the Prime's abs cracking. That sucks. But yeah. And oh, one more thing I forgot to mention. So go ahead and flip these up. Get the hands flipped around. Now they want you to rotate them for some reason. I don't know why, but you just go ahead and flip that down. So now granted, like I said, you can rotate them inwards to do something. Sure, I don't know. I don't know, it doesn't plug in anything. But it's definitely a lot cleaner and a lot slimmer than the original, so yeah. Now, yes, there is this unsightly gap right here, but it's not that bad, honestly. So let's take a quick look at that face sculpt along with the shiny, shiny chrome. So now, the face sculpt I'm not 100% sold on, and it's not wanting to focus. So let me see what I can do. So get your arms out, get the legs out. Oh. All right. Yeah, I'm just not 100% sold on the face sculpt. It looks just a little bit off, and you can slide it forward just ever so slightly. Again, does not improve too much, but yeah, overall it does look very, very nice. A nice combination between the two. So, yeah. All right. Now, as far as articulation, the head can do a full 360. Can't really look up, can look down, which he was tall, so he doesn't need to look up. shoulder pads can move out of the way just ever so slightly to get the, you can still get the full arm out. You can't get the full 360. You do get all the way forward though, and all the way back, so that's more than enough. You get the bicep rotation with 90-degree of elbow bends. Coming down to the wrist, you get wrist rotation, the fingers on a joint here and here. So you can, you know, all that fun stuff, and the thumb's on a hinge as well. So there is that. You still get his waist rotation, albeit just a little bit more limited. So, but you can mitigate it by swinging these around and getting these out. Oop, nope. Swing these around and up. So it does kind of sort of help a little bit with the waist rotation, but you do get at least an ab crunch, so that is nice. The legs are unchanged, so you know, just gotta get this hip skirt out of the way. Hip, move forward all the way. I don't know why it's a lot heavier, but all back, all the way. Come on. You get the full splits, thigh rotation, 90-degree, a little shy of 90-degree of knee bends, and the feet still do have ankle tilt and toe joint. So yeah, not too bad. Yeah. So there is all of that. Now you can attach blue bolts to the top. You got the 4 pegs on, you know, split up. So get the blue bolts attached. So let's see. There we go, nice and secured. And if you don't think yours is very secure, I'm going to set this right back here. You want to bring in your display base, and just like where Prime plugged his in, you're sticking it where the sun don't shine, unfortunately. So get this. Come on. There we go. Plug that in, and now he is kind of stuck in an A stand, but that is perfectly fine. So there is that. Now I am going to lower y'all back to ground level a little bit, because we got to talk about one more accessory he comes with. And, oops, sorry, that's right. He comes with his Matrix blade in like a bunch of different pieces. Now, what's weird is not only can this split up into 1, 2, 3, 4 sections, 5 if you count the tip, the sword itself also splits. So I don't know why, honestly, but yeah, the this is a separate piece, that's a separate piece, this is a separate piece, that's a separate piece. So sure, why not? But to attach said matrix blade, so you want to grab one of these hilt sections, feed it through the outermost from the peg, then take your handle, tab that in, kind of hold it together while you get your final piece, and just line it up the best you possibly can. Might not have things perfect. Come on. All right, give it a nice squeeze, and there you go. There you have your matrix blade, and this thing is about 2 feet long, I think, give or take. Something stupid ridiculous. But OmegaPrime can hold it. So I'm just going to raise back up as my microphone shifts. Yay. Alright, so you do have, I don't know what this is going to come. I mirror you. You have 2 ports in his hand, and you've got all of these slots on the blade itself. So don't be picky. Just plug it in. Plug it in. I say plug it in. Come on. There we go. Nope. Okay. Oops. And get that plugged in. What did I slide? I have no idea what I slid. Alright, and there you go. There you have him holding his ridiculously big matrix blade that is now covering his face. and it goes well past what my camera can do right now. Yeah, and yes, I know, Christmas. It's a big picture. I have nowhere to put it. But size comparison, here we have G2 Sideswipe. Yeah, just yeah. So overall, was this worth the 200 some odd dollars, 250, whatever it was going for? Yes. Still yes, despite the QC issues that I personally have. Now, granted, there's people who've had yellowing on UltraMagnus. I don't have that. There's people who, you know, have worse breakages on their Prime than me. I'm fortunate enough to not have more than that one breakage and the Matrix Blade wanting to fall out. Okay. So, yeah, overall, definitely worth the price I paid. Could it have been better? Yes. You know, just yes. There's a theory going around that they rushed it to get past the certain May 2nd rule thing. So, yeah. So, overall, I think it's pretty worth it. So, I think that is about it. So, don't forget to like, subscribe, all the fun stuff, and stay tuned for more video reviews.